Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Morning, good afternoon, good evening, race fans, and welcome to some oval, not oval action like you may see there on the Google Earth shot. Welcome live from the Temple of Speed. It is about to get loud here in Monza. My name is Sean Stam. I will be producing, commentating, and directing, doing it all tonight from behind the scenes. Get ready for some long straights, some tight chicanes, and these brakes are going to be screaming for mercy. As going to see some dive bombs, going to have some Pro and Am here, bringing it some action, and it is championship race for our drivers. Sure, Lucas up here, matter of fact, slapped it on the pole. We've seen him take away the championship within a Pro last race, but do not count out this Am battle. Sam Bentley, got Bascon Lois here, Shane Wells, Ari Sitbon, Matthew Sherwood. This is going to be a great battle up here in the points as we take a look at them now. Sam Cruz, see total points 1,560. First place here gets 350. Second place getting 325, I believe, and so on. And so this is definitely anybody's race to be won, championship to be won here in the AM classes. We'll flash up the points for Pro here just real quick. Lucas Holler mentioned it earlier. I mean, he kind of solidified that championship. But look at there, John Jennings, Alexander. It's going to be a battle for between these two guys as we are just now about to kick things off, get things going from, once again, live from the Temple of Speed. My name is Sean Stam. Welcome to Monza Raceway. Take a look at that starting grid. I mentioned it before. Lucas Holler there will be leading us to the green flag there with Sam Bentley, who says Am, but after this season, I'm not sure Sam Bentley will be viewed as an Am anymore. Is taking a look at a quick track map there on the right side of your screen. Not a too difficult track, but the braking zones is what's going to make this pretty interesting tonight for the championship in the third everlasting season here in the International Pro-Am Racers Series. We just get ready to kick things off. Once again, Lucas, he's solidified that Pro category, and there's mathematically no way that any driver can take that away from him here tonight. And for him to be already on the pole, this is quite possibly saying, hey boys, I'm ready to play, as we take a quick race info before we get going. Great day for racing, 69 degrees Fahrenheit, 2-mile-per-hour winds. See there, commentator and producer. I'm going to keep everything's level here behind the scenes as we are green flag racing from Monza. Eduardo Vicino, Sam Bentley going side by side here in turn one. In orange flag conditions, that means just driving a little bit safer than we normally would here. And then, well, orange flag lifted now. Now you can have those elbows out, and these GT3 cars, BMW leading the Porsche so far. Excellent side-by-side battle here between Peter McDade, Dan Fendick going at it. As gonna try and get single file as fast as you can, because goodness, with 14 drivers here tonight, pretty big field for IRPAS. We're gonna keep going. Lucas Holler, he's about 0.3 of a second in front of Eduardo now, as Eduardo was able to make his way around Sam Bentley. Then tight battles continuing further back at the pack. Michael Zugmont, Ari Sitbon, Shane Wells throw a blanket over this battle. They make their way through the forest here. There's that oval track. That's what I was referring to in that opening drone shot. Nope, not just left turns. Got about 11 or 12 left and right. Some heavy braking zones. These chicanes really going to test the drivers. Make sure you get a clean exit and a great run off to another straightaway here after we hop on board with Michael Zugmont. Watch this curb uses. Okay, you can really get on the non-sausage curbs here at Monza, but when you start to abuse those things just a little bit too much, as we just now complete lap 1, see the drivers working on breaking the draft. This is Lucas Haller, Eduardo Vicino, Sam Bentley, Biscayne Lois, and Michael Zugmont leading us top 5 here. A little bit side by side, a little bit further on the back of the pack. Looks like Ari Sitbon looking down the inside of Matthew Sherwood as well. Shane Wells trying to hold off that inside as we had even more side-by-side action. Michael and Biscayne up front. Do not count this battle out just yet. Here comes Shane Wells down the inside of Michael. This is AM on AM battle. Excuse me, that's... I was about to say pro, but no, this is Shane versus Ari. These drivers are able to make it happen, and that McLaren showing the pace right now over the American-made Corvette C8. Is that the C8R? Modeled after it. You have to stick with me. Speaking of stick with me here, we'll jump back on the battle for what is lead overall between Lucas Haller and Eduardo Vicino as they make their way out of the trees here. Eduardo, he does lots of work here behind the scenes for paint jobs and really just here a lot for Fendi Racing and IRPAS series, so appreciate everything that you've done for us, Eduardo, not only this season, but as kind of the history books continue to be written here within sim racing. Appreciate that, Eduardo. Up to P2 now, keep it up. Another great battle here between the two similar colored but two completely different cars. That is the McLaren and the Corvette, still going at it of Ari Sitbon, Shane Wells side by side. Headed there out of the last turn. This is down the start-finish line here. Who has the big cojones? Who breaks just a little bit later than their counterpart here? Oh, excuse me. Oh, Ari Sitbon going to take a little bit more defensive line, and these are some of those curbs. You got to be careful here, folks. You take a too big of a bite out of those sausage curbs, no mustard on them, you will be begging for mercy, as you see. Matter of fact, Shane Wells flashing the old headlights there at Ari Sitbon. Know that Dan made this pretty clear. Oh, is that already? Oh man, Peter McDade could have just had an incident behind Dan, but I saw a lot of gravel get thrown up right there. I'm not showing anybody running off the track. Oh, that's a throwback paint scheme for you. Hey, shout out Larson Darlington right here. If you know, you know. Peter McDade, sitting P14 respectively. But as I was saying, Dan made this known to these drivers. IRPAS here, it's all about sportsmanship. It's all about the honor system. And say, you know, you get into it with one of your fellow drivers here. Dan, I mean, it's not an expected kind of thing, but, you know, just kind of give the spot back. It's racecraft, and we haven't really even had an incident yet since the green flag has dropped. And so that orange flag there, turn 1, lap 1, as well as what Dan kind of expects out these drivers, I applaud you all because you've kept it clean and even looking way better here the final race compared to that first race of season 3. Shane Ross here going side by side at it with Michael Zugmont. This is AM on Pro Battle. This is what I meant to say earlier. Here we go. Nice drone shot out of the SSN drone operator. That's Biscayne Lois. Not able to make the pass just yet on Michael, but he's still there, and he is close. Man, Ari Sitbon, could we be seeing a run for Biscayne here, excuse me, as once again, right on the back bumper of a pro driver, and bringing up that track map once again. It's so heavy braking zones here in Monza, and the passing opportunities are huge. Oh man, Biscayne taking a chomp out of that sausage curb. Might have to fit all Monza in the GT4 versus NASCAR schedule. Stick around. That race isn't going to be broadcasted next, but it is my league, and if you guys are avid iRacers, that is league ID 10931. We will be racing at a free Okayama. So the pace is a lot more similar than you think it would be, guys. So come on and join us there, especially some of you faster drivers here in the GT3 world. It'd be cool to see you kind of take it wheel to wheel with some of the fun GT4 versus stock car series. Take a look at some of our static cams set up around the track. I mean, Lucas Haller, this is what we've seen from this BMW all season. Sure, there's been one or two races where little, not mistake on his part, but either the car not handling the way he wants it to, or even, I believe, one race, an incident before the green flag even dropped. But Lucas Haller, he is just making a statement, did not even need to show up here today at Monza. Having a great run for the money. Eduardo Vicino, not showing pro or am, but Eduardo's got to be pro with this pace here tonight. Man, nice run out of that Porsche out of, is that Switzerland? I believe that flag is. Swiss Army Knife, number 27, having a good run. Sam Bentley, we have seen this out of Sam quite a few times this season. Such pace for this AM driver. Matter of fact, beating pro Michael Zumont right now on pace by 3.5, almost 4 seconds. And may end up winning paint scheme of the day here. That's Homer Simpson blending into the bushes. I always love that. It's kind of a representation of me in real life. There you go. You guys there watching live in YouTube chat, if you're not a driver, man, be sure to drop your AM race picks, because this is still a great battle between Biscayne Lawes and Sam Bentley. I know they're separated by one driver and also, maybe 5 seconds, but I'm just wanting to see some names there, see who's watching in YouTube land. We'll cut to a really good battle here between Samuel Cruz and Povias Gann. I believe that's a newer name with us in AM. And he is right on the back diffuser of Samuel Cruz. We'll hop on board with Povias here. Our one Lambo in the field. Turn it up or crank it up, because you're not going to get this sound out of any other GT3 here tonight. The Lambo GT3 screaming around Monza. This is Povias sitting P11 at the moment. Getting down to turn 1. This is what I meant, deep on the brakes. And sorry I wasn't talking for a sec. I just love the sound of these Lambos. And Povias was able to get on Samuel Cruz outside just for a second there, but not really able to make the car stick. Kevin Schmidtke, no, not in his Ford Mustang that we normally see. He's getting the front row battle to this battle, getting his popcorn bucket out. That's White McLaren, our one driver here from Canada here. IRPAS series. And here comes Dan Fendick. Don't count him out of this battle just yet. A little contact is made between some drivers. The 327 McLaren having a nice run here tonight. Peter Hopp Jr., that sounds like a familiar name. I believe I've done some commentating. I think you've raced here in IRPAS before. Peter, sorry you can't be here tonight if that is the case, but appreciate you joining us here in YouTube land. And here's the battle for the lead. Lucas still not able to run away with this thing compared to Eduardo. We'll actually look at some lap time history compared the two drivers. A little bit of back and forth, but Lucas so far holding it. We'll see what lap 6 comes to this time by, because, I mean, the gap is visually closer here, folks. Yep, definitely so. Eduardo closing that gap, and then this is Eduardo compared to Sam Bentley, 1.6 behind. Little bit of cat and mouse, but not enough. And Oh my, I don't know if Lucas got a little wide there on the entry, but really Eduardo closed the gap, but Lucas really focusing on the exit. It looks like now able to cut that gap down to, well, extend the gap to 1.3, excuse me. In these sausage curbs, gotta love them here in the iRacing universe. It's getting to the point where the simulator is simulating just about everything on track, and not to mention the debris that gets kicked up after a driver runs wide into the gravel. It makes it a little bit more sketchy through that next time by the lap. If that gravel is on the surface, it will attach itself to the tires. And I bring up the simulator because air, I mean, track surface, track temperatures, wind, it all gets simulated, even contact here between two drivers. Povias Gan, here comes Dan Fendi around this. Oh, he's not. That's going to take out Samuel Cruz as well. As Sam has some pace here tonight. That number 12 machine. Is these drivers going to get this going? And we're going to take 3,000 looks at this replay. See if we can break this down for you here on Stam Studio Network. Right, so we're seeing some side-by-side Povias Gan here. That's a very vibrant Lambo. Ooh, just tries to hit the crossover and ends up, I think, misjudging it. Once again, this league is built on sportsmanship, built on racecraft. Nothing intentional there. We'll see if we can get an overhead shot of it this time by. Here we go. Povias gonna hit the switchback here right off. Ooh, we're gonna get the tree in the way. Of course we are. Let's try this this cam here. There we go. So, I think just a racing incident. Two cars going for the same bit of tarmac on the track, and unfortunately going to take both of them out. Two fast repairs here tonight, so it's not the end of the race as here comes Samuel Cruz down pit lane. Jump back on board with our leader, Lucas Haller. Man, look at the vibrant blue right above the nostrils on this BMW M3. I mean, if a BMW had some nose hair, that's what it would be. That's spec mapped kind of baby blue. The top of those nostrils, or it's almost making it look like some baby teeth going in there. Regardless, Lucas Haller is not a baby and is not growing in any baby teeth right now because, once again, solidified the championship already. Eduardo Vecino still trying to close that gap. Sam Bentley, so we bring up the AM points here just really quick. Samuel Cruz now in P12, and Shane Wells, Matthew Sherwood, Sam Bentley sitting there P4. This is still anybody's championship race to win, and you'll have to stick with us here until this gets down to the nitty-gritty because Sam Cruz, what I thought the championship was his here in AM class. It could very well be Matthew Sherwood, Shane Wells, or even Kevin Schmidtke, or is it possibly even Sam Bentley's to win? As have to stick with us. This is halfway down the championship race. Halfway to go. 15 minutes left, and we'll get it all sorted out here for you on Stam Studio Network. If you're liking what you see, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and if you don't, let me know there in the live chat or in the comments what I could be doing just a little bit better. As you always need some little bits of, you know, telling you what to do to grow the right way. I know I've mentioned myself as the director, producer, commentator, but really like to shout you guys out here in YouTube land as our director here tonight. Biscayne Lois running that same paint scheme as our leader, Lucas Haller. What team is that? We'll have to get that next time by out of the Lucas as well as Biscayne Lois there. But once again, thanks everybody. See Terry there in chat. Great to see Dan racing. Yes, matter of fact, Dan has had some dealing with just some physical stuff on outside the sim, the old back, and it's great to see Dan back racing here, the 327 McLaren. Minus one spot since the start of the race, but he's able to get past Povias, Peter, and Samuel Cruz. Samuel, who was leading that AM battle, we'll have to see where everything cycles out to. Great run for that 327 Dan Fendick here tonight from Monza. Alrighty, I'm going to cut to a quick crank it up while I get points sort of figured out here. You'll have to forgive me. Mathematics is not my major by any means, but stick with us here, Stam Studio Network, and crank it up here for just maybe a lap, maybe a lap and a half, and I'm going to get this sorted. Be right back. Alright, you can crank it back down. I am back up here in the booth. Really never left as I was trying to crank some numbers here. So 350 points goes to first, 320 second, and 300 third. So with the AM leader out of the running here, Sam Cruz, will cut to a quick, I know this battle's starting to brew on screen here. Matthew Sherwood, he is sitting P10 right now. He just hit his pit stop of the race. These drivers, not enough fuel in the tanks to make it down. So Matthew Sherwood is now P10, pitting from just about P9. What I'm really looking at here is Shane Wells with, a total extra points of 0 at the moment. But after tonight, 350 points plus maybe some total extra points. Do we possibly see Shane Wells end up taking over this thing? As nothing is official after those extra points get added, whether it's because of pole positions or clean racing, whatever it may be. So nothing is official at the end of this race, but that does not mean don't click off the video, because we could still see Ari Sitbon, Sam Bentley, Biscayne Lois end up winning in AM and still have somebody like who's P4 right now in the whole class ending up taking the championship away, like Shane Wells. So stick with us here and see, because it's only going to continue to get a little bit better as Pavias Gan, we're watching this battle get a little bit more intense. This is, I believe, a self-induced spin coming out of the pits, and here comes Lucas Haller. Look out. Lucas, right on the background of your screen. Cooler tires, cooler brakes here. Pavias just going to run wide there through turn 1. No harm, no foul. Have to give back a little time. Back on the battle for this interview spot here in AM class. This is Shane Wells, faking it down to the pit lane as Ari Sitbon continues to lead this P3 in AM, and this is the interview spot. Top 3 in Pro and AM interviewed right after the race. Before it, GT3 versus NASCAR. 20 minutes down, 10 to go here from Monza. Who has what it takes to solidify the championship in AM class? Ari Sitbon, Shane Wells, or is it going to be a surprise winner like Sam Bentley here leading the AM class? My goodness, by, 7, 8, 9 seconds now over Biscayne Lois. Looking at some iRating here in the field tonight. Highest, of course, goes to Mr. Lucas Haller, 2,400. Eduardo Vicino coming in at 1,900. That's tied with Samuel Cruz, also 1,900. But the top I ratings besides Samuel leading the race here tonight. And as these pit stops continue to cycle out, we will see where the drivers cycle out to, because it's what I love about not enough fuel in the race. How well do you get on and off pit road compared to these drivers that are going against you? Does somebody, matter of fact, get a speeding penalty? It all boils down to the nitty-gritty here from Monza, coming at you live from the Temple of Speed. Surprised we haven't had to call NASA yet, as nobody's really lifted off those chicanes too hard. Maybe a few drivers wishing they put a little sausage on their curves, but here comes our leader, as well as P2 through P7. Eduardo, Sam, Michael, Biscayne, Ari, Shane. Here comes P8 as well. Kylan, Bruce. All about the same time here. Very interesting calls, but I like it. Do what Lucas Haller does, and there's no way you're going to lose time to him. But well, I mentioned that. Now Eduardo Vecino is just now coming out of the pit. 7 seconds back. My goodness gracious. Here comes Zam Bentley and Michael Zugmont out of the pits here. Dan Fendig able to make his way just around a whole nother lap, and he's going to leapfrog Biscayne and Ari Sitbon Shane Wells right now. Dan Fendig up to P5, but I would not imagine, there's no way that he has enough fuel in this McLaren to make it all the way, 8 minutes around a long Monza. Closest battle right now on track between our pro driver Eduardo Vecino and Sam Bentley, but once again it's going to be a little bit hard. I know you can really shove the car down into the braking zone here, but by doing that you just end up compromising the exit just a little bit more. We're looking at the back of Sam, looking at the back of Eduardo now to Sam Bentley, and it's what I love about Monza. What do you compromise? The braking zone, the braking entry, or corner exit? Sorry, nobody's up here in the booth with me tonight. It's just me, but if this is something that you're getting accustomed to see here in the IRPAS series, be sure to donate to Dan's new donation link I believe he's put up, and that will continue to have me on board, as been doing some voluntary work for the old Dan here. But as these tariffs start to get set, you know, screw those. So be sure to donate and keep us on board here, bringing you coverage live of the IRPAS series. And if funds get well enough, you best believe I will have another co-commentator in the booth with me here, as there goes the IRPAS series, the league owner, you can call him Mr. Dan Fendy. Appreciate everything you do behind the scenes as well, as it could not be done without you. Still our closest battle on track. We're looking at it here. That's the same scheme from Biscayne Loss and Lucas Haller. Those two BMWs. I believe they're teammates outside of IRPAS, so that could be what we're seeing there. Great run. See any new YouTube chats? No, but still seeing all the viewers stick around. I appreciate that. Don't know how you listen to my voice 30 minutes at a time. My goodness gracious. That was a case there. A little bit of aggression taken out on those curves for Ari Sitbon, 51 out of France. Just lost a little bit of time to Biscayne Loss there. I thought Kane was okay. I was expecting to see a different flag there. I swore, but unless SDK is lying to us, Biscayne Loss also out of the United States. Not sure what's so united about our states, but here we are. Kylan Bruce sitting P1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in class. That's P8 overall. Matthew Sherwood, 9th overall. 6th in class, Samuel Cruz, able to make his way back up now to P10 in his number 12 McLaren. Also, just joking here, don't come after me in the old YouTube lands, but anyways, disclaimer there, you could call it. Peter McDade, Dan Fendick here, still at P11 and 12th. Kevin Schmidtke missing out on the Ford Mustang today, running the McLaren, running P13 for that Canadian driver. Pavias Gann still on track here, the 33 Lambo GT3 sitting at the P14. All right, here we go. This is a battle continuing to heat up between Eduardo Vicino, Sam Bentley. Eduardo, there's no pro or am label there, but you got to believe he's pro with the pace that he's had. But Sam Bentley, the pace that we have seen out of this driver throughout the season, I believe that we will see his am switch to pro after our last race here today from Season 3. And once again, if you're liking what you see, like to have us back here in SSN, maybe even another commentator with me, hit up Dan Fendick's donation link there in the IRPAS Fendi Racing Discord. It'll bring us back for some more action, as we're not going to want to miss this. Sam Bentley was just under 0.2 seconds, but now over half of a second back, now at 0.7 seconds. Getting down to just the last couple minutes here to go. Still our closest battle between Sam and what was Eduardo. Now we got to focus on Michael Zugmont here. I know this is different class here from Pro and Am, so you got to be a little careful if you're Michael Zugmont, but this is what the whole season comes down to here, guys. Get the elbows out. Get ready to possibly see Michael Zugmont pass Sam Bentley for P3 overall here in the IRPAS Racing Series. That is International Pro-Am Racing Series, brought to you by Fendi Racing, Stamp Studio Network, Race to Stop Suicide. Could not be doing this without, oh my goodness, could not be doing this without the battle here in turn one. Michael Zugmont around the outside, going to have the inside line there in the chicane. Gives way to Sam Bentley just a little bit, probably the smart move, as he's going to have a couple more chances to make a move, bust a move. 2 minutes to go here from Monza. Who is going to get P3 overall between these two drivers? Is there a way to join this league for next season? You best believe it. Peter, oh, what is the best way for this? I will link the Discord. I will link their Discord and chat, and you can join that and get with Mr. Dan Fendick himself and get yourself registered. No, there's no driver fees or anything, no intro fees. Just need a little information from your end, and we will get you in here, Peter. Thanks for watching and tuning in with us. It's great, clean racing. Speaking of great, clean racing, through the trees we go. Where we stop, nobody knows because we can't see them. Sam Bentley, Michael Zugmont, still side by side. Sam able to hold down that inside line, still retaining the spot on Michael Zugmont. You have to bear with me as I am multitasking, getting a league invite for Peter there in chat, as well as anybody else who would like to come race this series. Just posted that there for you in chats there, Peter. Sam Bentley, Michael Zugmont, closest battle on track, even though it is Pro and Am, possibly fighting for, well, that name in front of your name next season. Sam Bentley leading the Pro of Michael Zugmont. Do we possibly see a switch between those two clan tags, or do we see even Sam Bentley move up with Michael, as he has had the pace all throughout the season? Michael still not able to get the pass done. Coming down to what should be the last lap here today from, oh, her pass, and I'm going to shed a tear if we can't get the donations ran, because bringing you behind the scenes, Dan and I really big buddies and was doing this little bit of volunteer work from behind the scenes, but I'm starting to get so busy. Got to solidify the IRPAS Racing being broadcasted here on SSN, and once again just pushing for those Fendi donations one more time to keep us on board. I'm going to shed a tear if it is my last time, but there's no way it is. I know that you guys love Dan as well as hopefully me here at SSN. Michael Zugmont is not loving this battle here, though. It's side by side with a pro driver, Sam Bentley. Who's going to give way? Who? Oh, man. We actually, quarter panel on his rear quarter panel is Sam Bentley of Michael Zugmont. Michael's leaving the room into the chicane. Goes a little bit wide. Little contact between the two drivers. There it was. Finally, Michael able to get that run done. As we'll jump back on board to the race leader, the championship leader in Pro. This will make it official. Congratulations, Lucas Haller, getting it done here from Monza. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for Season 4 if/win, because Lucas going to be fun to watch there in that BMW GT3. Eduardo Vicino, congratulations, P2 overall as well in class. Sam Bentley winning here in the AM class, and could that possibly solidify the championship? We will have to see as these points get worked out for us here. Stick on board with us because we will have that before the end of the broadcast. Michael Zugmont coming home P3 class, P4 overall. Biscayne Lois P2 in AM. Nice run there. Ari Sitbon, Shane Wells P3, 4 in class. That's 6th, 7th overall. Kylan Bruce coming home P8 in overall. Matthew Sherwood, Samuel Cruz, Peter McDade, Dan Fendick, Kevin Schmidtke, and Povias Gann, rounding out all of our drivers here tonight and for Season 3 in IRPAS. Stick with us here. We're going to try to get some interviews as well as who officially won that AM class. Going to take a quick break on Stam Studio Network. Oh, this is, okay, before we take our break, this is too cool. Check this out. Driver photos being lined up here to really just, if this doesn't put a tear in your eye, I mean, knowing these guys for so long, and if this is the last time, which there's no way it is, but I know there's always a possibility. Oh boy, look at this, man. You can't beat this. Congratulations all our drivers coming out and racing with the International Pro-Am Racers Series. Oh boy, this is gonna be something to break down as we look at, it's not the race, here we go. Race results there coming up on the left side of your screen. Remember, nothing is official in that AM class until those last few bonus points get added up. Stick with us for driver interviews. Be right back.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome back here to Stam Studio Network, where I have magically transitioned my way down here to the racetrack. I am with our race winner, championship winner, just making it official here tonight, Mr. Lucas Haller. You got a copy?
Yeah, hey.
Oh, man. Walk us through the whole season, just briefly, real quick. I know there was quite a few ups and downs, and especially here tonight from Monza. How'd you get it done, man?
Yeah, I mean, consistency of basically, driving every race, more or less fast. Yeah, some podiums. I think in almost every race kind of helped. I think except one where it was really bad. Yeah.
Man, once again, I'd just like to congratulate you because you didn't even need to show up here tonight, but you did, and just made the gap a little bit further for the history books that are being written of sim racing. I'm going to have to kind of cut these interviews short. Apologies for you and everybody coming up, because got that league coming up here. But Lucas, who are we thanking? Who makes this possible for you to come out and race with us?
Yeah, thanks to Dan for hosting the league and setting everything up. Thanks for you, obviously, for casting. And yeah, thanks to my team, North Racing. Yeah, enjoyed it.
Well, thank you, Lucas. It's comments like that keep us going. And no, you've joined us up in the booth, I believe, there before, so it'd be cool to have you back eventually. And congratulations on solidifying and winning here today, IRPAS, and solidifying that IRPAS Season 3 championship. Hopefully, a Fendi shirt or SSN, some little championship prize is coming your way.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you. Let's see who else we have here in Discord. Eduardo, P2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me too. I mean, I'm very happy. Very, very happy.
No kidding. I know you didn't race with us really too much this season. There's no campus, college, school, even some paint work behind the scenes. Congratulations coming out and finishing P2 here from Monza.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, I'm very glad I was able to make this race. I mean, Monza is 40 minutes drive from where I live, so it's you could call it my home track. I'm happy to have raced here, and you know the race went quite well, so I can't complain. And I mean, Lucas was otherworldly with his pace today, so congrats to him.
A little home track action that always kind of tends to make things just a bit more special, and especially, yeah, like we've seen here today with you, gonna fight for that top 3 spot. Who are we thinking here today, Eduardo?
I mean, I'm gonna go again with Dan and you, because you're really making a fun league to race in. I'm really disappointed I can't race here more often, because it's a really fun thing to do. So shout out to you two guys. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, thank you so much, Eduardo. And you make some of the best paints, if not the best paints I've ever seen here in iRacing. So keep up your hard work, man.
Thank you. Will do.
Alrighty, we're gonna move down here to Sam Bentley. Mr. Sam Bentley, you got yourself a copy.
Yes, hello.
Hey, I know I'm gonna have to make this pretty quick, but congratulations on your win here from Monza in the AM class, and stick with us here in the Discord, and I'll even post it to YouTube later, because we're gonna have to figure out who ended up winning this AM championship. It was pretty tight throughout, up in the top 5, but what was the racing here like at Monza today, Sam?
I think Cruz managed to run away with it.
Oh, still,
Yeah.
even after finishing 10th, you think?
Yeah, I think he won it last race.
Oh, okay, all right. A
Big
little
gap.
bit of suspense here.
It was more of a battle for P2 between me, Shane, and Sherwood.
And so that will solidify that with you winning that for P2, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm not sure how the points work, but I was about 100 behind Sherwood in second.
350 for P1, 300 for P2, and I believe 300 for P3, but that's why I'm scared on solidifying anything just yet, especially with bonus points too. But Sam, before I get headed on out of here to my league race, anybody that you'd like to thank tonight?
Yeah, thank you for your great streams. Thank Dan for putting the league up, and thank Cruz, Wells, Sherwood all for being very competitive and being very good endurance teammates, and Michael as well.
Oh,
And Nick.
definitely. This is kind of the race within the race, not championship-wise, but you know, IRPAS within Fendi, and lots of you guys, your teammates there behind the scenes, so it makes it even more fun to watch some wheel-to-wheel action. And yeah, apologies I have to wrap this up so quick, but I'm gonna get on out of here, catch the plane over to Okayama, some GT4 versus NASCAR action. I appreciate you guys taking the time with me here, and I will catch you guys hopefully next season.
Good luck in your race. Thanks.
Thank you guys. Take care.
Thank you.